So we're going to do the answers for percentages to fractions that you had earlier in the week. So remember what I said about percent, meaning out of 100. So this means 3 out of 100. So your answer is just 3 over 100. That one will not cancel. Nothing goes into 3 apart from 3. 14%. So that starts off as 14 over 100. 14 is an even number, which means 2 will divide in. So divide by 2, get 7. 2 into 100 gives you 50. 66. So you start with 66 over 100. 66 is an even number, so you immediately think of 2. You should check if 4 goes in. Now use your calculator to divide if you're not good at dividing. So 2 goes into 66 33 times. 2 goes into 100 again 50 times. 33 over 100. So now we have 10%. 10 over 100. Now because they both end in a 0, you know that 10 will divide in. So 10 into 10 goes 1. 10 into 100 goes 10. 17. So that's 17 over 100. Now nothing goes into 17, so you can't cancel that one. 30 over 100. Both end in a 0, which tells you to divide by 10. When you divide by 10, you get 3 over 10. 50%. 50 over 100. You could divide by 10, you could divide by 5. You could just divide by 50 and get 1 over 2. I'm not sure what's happening on the camera. Okay, 25 over 100. We'll divide by 5 and we'll get 5 over 20. And then if you notice, you can still divide by 5 again. So you get 1 over 4. 15%, so you start with 15 over 100. You realise that they end in 5 and 0, so 5 will go in. 5 goes 3 times, 5 goes 20 times. 29%, so it's 29 over 100. Nothing goes into 29, so you leave it. 16. Now 2 goes into 16. But you should probably recognise that 4 goes into 16. So divide by 4. 4 goes into 16 4 times. 4 into 100 goes 25 times. 44. Start 44 over 100. So yes, it's even, so 2 goes in, but you should recognise that 4 goes in. 4 goes in 11 times. 4 goes into 100 25 times. 99 over 100. Nothing will go in. Well, 9 goes into 99, but 9 doesn't go into 100, so you can't use 9. 85. So because they end in a 5 and a 0, 5 goes in. 5 into 85, and you might want to use your calculator, and that's okay. Goes 17 times. 5 into 100 goes 20 times. 52. So you recognise that 52 is an even number. You may not recognise that 4 goes into it, but 4 actually does go into 52, and 4 goes into 52 13 times. And the thing about dividing, you can always check on your calculator. You could have done 52 divided by 4, and you would have seen that 4 goes in. So always check, because it's easier than doing it twice. 80%. This is a bit blurry on my phone. 80%. So you start with 80 over 100. So even number also ends in 0. So I think the best thing to do first of all is divide by 10. Now you've got 8 over 10. They're both even numbers. So you know 2 goes in, 4 over 5. So look what we did. We divided by 10. And then we divided by 2. And we did the top numbers and the bottom numbers. So here's another similar one. Start with 60 over 100. Divide by 10. to get too close, 6 over 10, and then they're both even, so you can divide by 2 to get 3 over 5. 20%, another similar one, 20 over 100, divide by 10 to get 2 over 10, divide by 2 to get 1 over 5. 5%, 5 over 100, divide these by 5, 1 over 20. 72. So start with 72 over 100. Now, you know that 2 goes in, but you should always check if 4 goes in, and 4 will go into 72. 4 goes into 72 18 times. And divide 100 by 4, 25. 98. So 98 over 100. It's an even number, 2 goes in. And when you check, 4 will not go into this one. So that's 49. We're dividing by 2, 50. 2%. 2 over 100, you definitely know 2 will go in. 1 over 50. 88%. So 88 over 100. So you know 2 goes in because it's even. But 4 will also go in. 4 into 88 goes 22 times. 4 into 100, 25. 15%, I think we had that earlier. 15 over 100. Divide by 5, 3 over 20. So let's look at this question. Match up the fractions and percentages that are equivalent. Equivalent just means the same. Note, not all fractions and percentages, not all will match up. So 3/4. So you may not realize, here we go. 3/4 you should really recognize as 75, and it's not there. 3/10 is the same as 30. 1/2 you should know is 50. 1/20 we worked out in the previous page is 5. 4/5 works out at 80. Now this one that wasn't matched up, 25% equals 1/4. And actually this one that didn't match up, 3/4 is 75%. 10% of the world are left-handed. What fraction of the world are left-handed? So you can do this two ways. 10% we know now is 10 over 100 equals 1/10. So if you think of, so we'll divide this into tenths. Just ignore my bad drawing. So each slice is a tenth. So there's the 1/10 that are left-handed, and that leaves you 9/10 that are right-handed. Okay, 32% of people voted for the Yellow Party in an election. What fraction voted for the Yellow Party? So another way of doing these questions is that the whole thing has to add up to 100%. So you could say 100% take away 32% equals 68%. So we could change that 68% into a fraction, 68 over 100. We can divide those two numbers by 4. Remember to check it's even, so 2 will go in, but also 4 will go in this time. 4 into 68 goes 17 times. 4 into 100 goes 25. So the fraction of people that voted for the Yellow Party, I've just done that all wrong. Sorry, that's the people that didn't vote for the Yellow Party. I've made that too complicated. So basically, we'll do it again. 32% voted for the Yellow Party. What fraction voted for the Yellow Party? You just do 32 over 100. Divide them both by 4. 8 over 25. Sorry about that, folks. And you'll notice that the 8 and the 17 add up to make 25. So the whole thing. Rebecca spent 85% of her pocket money last week. What fraction of her pocket money did she spend? So she spent 85%. What fraction? So you just take your 85%. Now, because they end in 5 and 0, what it goes in? 5 goes in. So divide by 5, top and bottom. Top is 17. Okay. Neil got 52% of questions correct on a test. What fraction did he get correct? So you're just changing 52% to a fraction. So you've got 52 over 100. Divide those both by 4. 13 over 25. Okay, folks, now I know you find those questions quite difficult. I have a feeling there was another page, but it didn't print out. So, don't panic. It's just basically you've got to think about these questions here where you take the percentage, put it over 100. Sometimes it doesn't cancel like that one. Sometimes like this one, 30% did cancel down to 3/10. Or 16% did cancel down to 4 over 25. And use your calculator for the divide. And I think some of you were dividing wrongly or not dividing both numbers, that type of thing. Okay?